What up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Mo.J. We are locked in. Cruel Summer, episode 2 is going down. Now, if you remember, at the end of the episode, Kate got loose and she had her little 60 minutes interview and said, somebody seen me and they didn't save me. Her name is Jeanette Turner. She took my life also. She was living my life and living a lie. Sounds like a little bit of jealousy to me, but we're going to get into this. First, we got to do the YouTube. Shout out to the notification gang. If you're new to the channel, you want to be a part of this, hit your subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so you get something every time I upload. Hit that like button. We just hit 4,800 subscribers, 200 more. We hit that 5,000 goal before the end of the month. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. I appreciate it all. But this is episode 2. Now let's figure out what's really going on. We know Pops is out here dating a black woman now. We need to figure out what's really going on. So episode 2, we're going to start diving into it. This is the recap, Cruel Summer, episode 2. As always, the following program contains images of domestic violence that may be triggering. Viewer discretion advised. That means kids, close your eyes. This is for adults only. Now, if your parents let you watch it, hey, it's a good show. The events that are about to unfold take place on approximately June 26, 1993, 1994, and 1995. Now, if you remember, episode 1 took place on June 21st, her birthday, Jeanette Turner's birthday, 93, 94, and 95. So we're ahead 5 days now. 1993, yoga is big. Kate's with her mom. Her mom's like, girl, you shining over there. You got the loudest colors because you the most beautiful woman. Pretty much her mom is just hyping her up like a mom does. Oh, you look good. You're going to be just like me when you get older. A beautiful woman with a nice man that makes a lot of money. That's your future. 1994, a year later after she got out. She's sitting in her room and Kate's mom comes in, but it's not cheerful anymore like it was in 93. It ain't playful no more. She's sitting here and she's down and out. She just got released and the mom is like, hey, all your friends are coming over. You need to get ready. Put some earrings in. Pretty much they're celebrating her being free. And Kate's sitting there and she's like, those aren't my friends. The stuff that they were doing when I was locked up, I can't be cool with that. Now her mom tries to put an earring in her ear, but her ear's closed because she was locked up. 1995, Kate, she's going through it and she's outside of the truck and she's dancing and singing in your head, zombies, zombies, zombies. Now, if you remember that song, so for her, she's loving this song. And at this point, it's just like, I really don't have a care in the world, man. I'm free and I've been through a lot of stuff. So she's just like, I love this song. Now, the thing about this song, it starts to trigger her PTSD from when she was kidnapped and in this basement, it looks like. So she's singing the song because this was one of her favorite songs and it was getting her through every single day. She just humming it because this is all she can do. She's stuck down in this little basement. Back in 93, we finally get to go to yoga. We got our spandex on. We in here getting it. 1, 2, 3, up, down, up, down. Kate and her mom, they up front because you know they got to stay fit. Kate mama, she's the talk of the town. So she's in there getting her body right. But in the back, we got Jeanette and her mama. And we see Kate turn around and she waves at Jeanette. Jeanette's like, oh, me? Now, after the yoga experience is done, whew, hard work right there, working them buns for 30 minutes. They come outside. Now, Jeanette and her mom, they end up walking up on Kate and her mother. And it seems like Jeanette's mother and Kate's mother, they know each other, and it's kind of the same way. Kate's mom is popular and people around the city knows her. Jeanette's mom is kind of weird and no one really knows them except for inside their little circle. And she's like, hey, I drug my daughter out here. Maybe we should get together sometime. Kate's mom was like, I don't know about that. But Kate was like, okay, yeah, we can do that. And then later on, she walks off and tells her mom, you can't be so rude to them. Kate's mom like, nah, we are not calling them. They are weird and I'm not a fan of them. Joyce is her mama name. Joyce W. Wallis. Before I get into this little scene here, I still don't understand how these people are just letting a teenage boy go up to their daughter's room. Like, first it was over at Jeanette's house, Jamie went up there, and now it's over at Kate's house. Maybe Jamie's just a respected kid within the community, but he goes upstairs and Kate's in the bathtub, but she's fully clothed with her favorite sweater on. So he's like, oh, whoa, what are you doing? And she just telling him like, hey, I wanted a bath and I wanted my favorite sweater and I got in here. But what she really wants to know is, how did you and Jeanette get together? Where did that come from? And Jamie explains, well, you came up missing and I was putting up missing flyers and she came and said she would help. And we just had built a relationship from there. But she didn't steal your life. She tried to, but she didn't. And I'm here for you. So Jamie, hey, he's an opportunist. Well, Kate's gone. Looks like Jeanette's kind of cute. Talk to her then. Now Kate's back. He's like, no, it wasn't nothing serious. Just in case nobody noticed it, we have a bowl of pineapple and milk here. If you know the JonBenet Ramsey case, this is the last meal that she had. And I don't know why they put that in the show, but this is the last meal that she had before she came up missing. We get to meet Kate's father, Mr. Rod Wallis. Now, he was a football player, did his thing on the field, but now he moved back home and he married Kate's mother. And Kate isn't his daughter, people. He's a black guy. This kid is white. He isn't her biological father. But he's talking to Kate and she shows that she got her belly button pierced. And he's like, you know your mom's going to kill you for that, right? But Kate's like, yeah, oh well, who cares? But she starts saying, I don't want to talk about Martin no more. Either he's going to be riding in hell or Jeanette's going to be riding in hell with him. Take it back to 94. Joy is trying to convince Kate to go to this little event. And Kate's like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that at all. And now her mom's trying to say, you got to try to get through this. You know, let's try to work it and move it forward. And Kate's like, look, let's not do this fake mother-daughter thing. Because that's not how our relationship is. And the mom is like, I was so hurt when you were missing. And Kate said, really? Do you remember the last thing you said to me before I went missing? Kate's looking for her mom. This is 93, people. But when she comes downstairs, she sees her dad and he's on the phone and he's talking to a lady like, yeah, tomorrow at the garden club, we can step away from a minute. I really need this. I can't remember the last time I had sex. So Kate hearing this as a kid, she's assuming that her dad is having an affair with somebody. Like, who is he talking to about having sex? So, you know, a kid, when they hear something, they about to just run with it. Whether it's the right thing or the wrong thing. When they hear it, they running with it, especially a teenager. Kate is hanging out with the girls and she's talking to them and she's like, I don't have anyone to talk to that can relate to this situation. Nobody knows what I went through. And all the girls, they like, okay. And then they kind of change the story and they say, well, such and such told Jeanette. Well, Jeanette told them that they seen you locked up in the basement. In case like Jeanette, I was never locked up. Jeanette didn't tell anybody anything because she had too much to lose. Because she was trying to be me and y'all became her best friends after I was gone. So it kind of seems like she's hurt because Jeanette became her while she was gone more than she's worried about her being gone. But the girls leave though. The girls leave because they were wrong talking about that. We getting ready to head to the little event. The ladies are looking lovely and Kate asks her mom, how well do you know Candace? And Joy says, well, she used to have the hots for your dad. Everyone used to like your dad. Even Sydney, Jeanette's mom, probably would have left her husband Greg for him because he was a hot commodity. But I don't really trust Sydney in them. That's what Joy is saying. The whole Turner family, they seem kind of weird. So she's kind of foreshadowing, saying that Jeanette's mom looks at me and it's kind of weird. It's kind of like she wants to be me. So that's what we seen with Jeanette looking at Kate like, oh, I want that life. And Joy also tells Kate, like, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So that's probably, you know, a little bit of foreshadowing. But she also brings up Candace maybe having a little bit of feelings for her dad. And Joy's like, nah, she doesn't. It's nothing. Insert the new character, Mr. Scott, the landscaper. So Mr. Scott's going to be around the neighborhood. He probably works on all of the rich people's yards. So he knows who's here. Hey, that car don't belong here. Who is that? So we got to watch out for Mr. Scott. He may know what's going on the block. Mr. Martin. assistant principal, he shows up to the party because a party ain't a party until Martin walk up in it. But he shows up because he's new to the neighborhood and he's looking around. Okay, some nice people here. But we see him kind of look at Kate. So this is the build up to him actually kidnapping Kate because we know he took her. And this is where it all begins. We got the whole crew back there, Jeanette, Mallory, and Vincent, and they're looking for water balloons because they're about to go tear some things up. Now, Ben comes in here and he's looking for some ice. He's got to get 6 bags of ice, take it back to the party because you got to keep those drinks cool, especially for these rich people. You know what I'm saying? We got a nice little event going on. Hey, give me some ice, give me some ice. But he goes over and he tells the kids, like, hey, man, it looks like y'all go to my school, don't y'all? And Vince is saying, yeah, it's only one school in the town. We all go to the same school, but we're a grade up under you. So what he recommends to them, instead of using water, put shaving cream in these balloons. If you're going to wreck a party, put some shaving cream in there. So when you throw it, it actually sticks to them. Water's going to dry off. That's a pro tip, people. Now, Jamie's in here. He working out. We know he can box. We know Jamie's about that action. We know Jamie also gave Jeanette a black eye. Now, his friend's trying to convince him, like, hey, man, you need to just talk to her. And this time, without giving her a black eye, you guys have history together. And I never seen you as happy. And Jamie's like, nah, I'm with Kate now. I don't need to be talking to her. But the friend's just like, I don't know what's going on, but you do need to sit down and talk with her. And I say this in all my recaps of all shows. All you have to do is sit down and talk with somebody, and you usually figure out what's going on. And you can eliminate a lot of hassle. So Jamie's kind of thinking about it because he was happy with Jeanette. We can't even front. They was out there skating and chilling. Now that we're following Ben, he convinced Jamie to meet up with Jeanette. And he's in Jeanette's lawyer's office right now. And she's trying to get some statements of what happened, what led to this. And he's just saying, man, it was a year ago I set up that meeting. I shouldn't have done it. But at this point, I don't know who to believe. I don't know Kate, or I don't know if it's Jeanette. I don't know who to believe. But then he goes on an explanation of something happening. And now he's saying he blames Jeanette. So the lawyer's thinking, what is really going on here? Because that's our job. We got to make sure Jeanette is free. Now, me personally, I don't know who did what, but I kind of believe Jeanette didn't have anything to do with this. Greg's taking my boy Derek to work. Now, this is a small town, so any big event like this, most of the time, all the teenage boys, they all work together. They're all servers, getting ice and stuff. So, hey, we all gonna be here. But Greg drops him off and he's like, do you need me to pick you up? Derek's like, look, Dad, I'm a high school graduate now. I don't need to ask for permission to stay out late. So don't even worry about it. I'll find my way home. Hey, I remember those days. I hit 18. I was like, hey, Ma, Dad, chill. I'm good. I'm good. But when Derek gets to work, everyone's looking at him. I'm like, man, what are you doing here? And his boy Tucker pulls him out front. And Tucker's like, hey, man, you know, you my dog and stuff. But hey, man, just look, man, there's a rumor going around. And Derek like, a rumor what about old girl at the DQ? He's like, nah, man, about your sister. They saying she seen Kate in the basement and didn't say anything. So I think it's best you don't work here. Now, if I'm Derek, I'm like, all right, I can respect that, but somebody's gonna pay me. I'm gonna get paid because I'm not missing work. I'm here on time and I'm ready to work. Y'all just don't want me to work because of the environment. Somebody's paying me and I want tips on top of it. Now, this is 93 people, and Kate sees her dad with Candace. Now, you remember on the phone, he said, oh, man, yeah, we can sneak away for a little bit. Oh, I don't know the last time I had sex. I could really use this right now. Now, Kate, whatever she heard, now she's about to do some investigations. You see it a lot in teenagers. Hey, if it ain't your business, stay out of it. Jamie's finally getting Kate to kind of talk. Now they're eating some burgers. It looks like from a little burger place locally. No name on the tag, probably Mr. T's or something like that. But they're sitting there and she's talking about just last year, this is what happened. And it was also perfect. He's like, was it though? And she's like, yeah, you're right. And he's like, look, Kate, I like you. I'm gonna make sure I protect you. And she says, that's not really up to you, because we all know no one can really protect somebody 24/7. So then she's just like, it is what it is, but could you give me some water? While Jamie goes downstairs to get the water, his pager's going off. Zzz, zzz. And guess what Kate does? When you go looking for stuff, you're gonna find something you don't want to see. She looks at the pager and it says she'll meet you at 9 p.m. at the park. Now you remember his boy set this meeting up with Jeanette. But when Jamie comes back in the room, she's like, oh, what are you doing tonight? He's like, oh, me and the fellas, we got a few things going on. We're just gonna go hang out. She's like, nah, you should just hang out with me. Pretty much trying to get him to not show up to this meeting, but he has to go to this meeting to hear Jeanette's side, even though Kate doesn't like Jeanette because Jeanette took her life. Now, a few of the ladies at the little party, they look over and like, oh, girl, you meet that new guy over there, Martin? The assistant principal? Girl, don't tell my husband. I've been looking at him. Like, if y'all don't calm y'all old selves down, my boy Martin is just the assistant principal. He ain't come here to start no trouble. He just came to the party to meet some people. Now, what Kate heard on the phone, she pulls her mom away and she's like, Ma, I didn't want to say nothing because I didn't want it to be true, but I think Dad's having an affair with Candace. I heard him on the phone. And Joy's like, they're probably just talking business. Kate's like, nah, they're in the house right now. Now, this is what makes Joy upset. Like, no, listen, none of that's true. They're not having an affair. I'm not believing none of that. I don't want to talk about that right now. So pretty much get out my face. That's nonsense. You don't know what you're talking about. And then she's doing it all with a smile. So when she turns around, it doesn't look like she's having an argument with the kid. You know how adults are when they talking to their kid, but they don't want to look too strict in front of people. But now Kate, she has to figure it out on her own. Now Kate's like, you know what? I'm gonna go figure it out. So she's creeping through the house looking for her dad. Dad? She can't find him, but down the hallway we hear something. We hear some giggling. And you hear her dad in there laughing. Oh, yeah, man, I really need this, man. It's a good time. And she looks in there and all she can see is some, some heels. Like, what's going on? But guess what, people? Black men don't cheat. Katie Cat, guess what? I got a cruise plan for me and your mom. Oh, my God. Candace is helping us out with this. She has all the connections. It's going to be sweet. Now, when he was on the phone, he said he really needed this. He doesn't know the last time he had sex. He was talking about with his wife. See, if you don't know the conversation and you start hearing things, you start making up things in your mind, Katie Cat. Black men don't cheat. You know damn well he wasn't about to cheat on your mama. Now, Kate goes and apologizes to her mom. Like, I'm sorry, Mom. I shouldn't have jumped to conclusions like that. And Joy, I ain't having it. When you make false allegations like that, especially about a sin like adultery, ooh, girl, you get, not right now. You get about my face. I don't want to talk to you. And she went back with that smile. Urgh. All right, this is 93 and we're going to jump ahead right after this. But they're having an event. Hey, who else is going to host it besides the Wallis family? So Joy is up there. Hope all the food is good, people. It's a lovely time here, isn't it? Jump to 94. Y'all are probably wondering how me and Rod are here after our daughter was just finally found and rescued. So see how it's changing? It went from, oh, it's a joyous day to now it's, oh man, it's a sad time. But if I would have had the strength to get up out the bed while she was missing, oh my goodness, I could have did so much more. But I'm just happy that my daughter is back. Jump to 95, same event. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, she got the wine. I'm tired, y'all. I know when y'all look at us, it just reminds y'all of that monster Martin and everything he did to our daughter. But I'm tired of it. I don't want us to be associated with that anymore. We want to move forward. I'm tired of y'all looking at us like this. So, hey, man, throughout the years, you can tell the difference in her attitude and emotions towards this whole situation. Back in 93, they even showed love to Martin. All right, let's show some love to our new assistant principal, Martin. So all the single ladies turned around like, okay, the assistant principal, he kind of hot. And Martin's just like, yeah, man, I'm here now. But that was short-lived because the crew of misfits, what do? They start throwing the water balloons that are filled with shaving cream, and they disrupting everything. So all the other kids that are in high school, they looking like, yeah, pretty much we ain't got to work too much more because, the party's going to be over after this. As the mischiefs are riding off on their bike, Jeanette looks over and she sees Kate, and they just make eye contact for a second before Jeanette leaves. And we see Kate leaving the party with a whole bottle of, I don't know if it's champagne or wine, but she's about to get towed up. Now remember, these kids are 15 years old. Fast forward to 94. We got the internet, but it's dial up, so it's slow as hell. But we got the internet now. And what Kate is doing is she's entering into a chat room. It's an abduction victim chat room. So it's pretty much anyone that can relate to that, anyone that's helping out with, people talking through it. This is where she can go and talk to somebody that's been through this same trauma, because we heard her mention to her friends she doesn't have anyone to talk to about this that can relate to it. So chat rooms used to be our big thing for the younger people. This is what we used to do, get in chat rooms. You could talk about sports, anything you wanted to in there, politics, news, travel. This is what she's doing because she needs someone to talk to. No one in this town can talk to her about what she's been through. Y'all remember Scott? I told y'all, the landscaping man, he's good. He's around the city. He's making sure everything's good. But he goes out and he sees Kate at the park, and she toe up off this liquor. And she starts talking about, I think my mom hates me. She hates Cindy Turner. She hates rap music. Who hates rap music? But Scott's like, man, she doesn't hate you or anything like that. It's just, it's just adults separating themselves from the kids. But what he does is he's a good guy. So he actually offers to take her home so she doesn't get in any kind of trouble or hurt herself, Jeanette and Jamie, they meet up at 9 o'clock at the park like they were supposed to. And you already know what this is about to be. Jeanette's trying to explain what's going on. Like, look, Kate, she's been locked up and she's only been free for a week, and she sees the guy that she was dating with somebody else. Can we really believe what she's saying? Because she's traumatized. She just seen a man get killed a week ago. Can we really believe what she's saying? And Jamie, he's kind of thinking like, I don't know what to believe, but answer this for me. Did you see her in that basement? Now, Jeanette starts crying. And when the tears start coming, you got to be careful when the tears start coming, because you can't tell the truth. But I believe Jeanette, and she says, no, I did not see her down there. Of course not. But of course, Kate remembered the rendezvous at 9 o'clock. So she went home and she changed and she snuck back out. And when she got to the park, what did she see? Jamie and Jeanette kissing. And Jamie just told her it wasn't nothing. He's back with Kate. This ain't looking good for you, Jamie. It ain't looking good at all. It turns out the whole time Joy was downplaying Rod having an affair because she's having one with Scott. Now Rod's still at the party. Scott brought Kate back to the house. Kate went upstairs. And in the kitchen, they drinking a little bit of beer. And he's the only person that can call her Joyce. And they kissing each other. And guess who sees it? Kate sees it. And this is when she leaves the house. She's a runner. She's a track star. Kate hits that road running. I'm talking about. She ran away from the house because she told her mom about her dad potentially having an affair that wasn't real. But the mom is having an affair with Scott, the landscaper. Fast forward to 94. She's back on the chat line. Now, she's been building a relationship with somebody on here. And she's like, hey, are you here? She's like, I'm here. What's up? What do you think would happen if people found out the truth? If they found out which part? And then Kay says that I haven't been completely honest. Now, what hasn't she been honest about? That's what we all want to know. What hasn't she been honest about? Kate says she's not talking to the police until she's ready to talk to the police. And now she's ready. Now she goes in there and they start questioning her. Okay, tell us what happened. She said, Jeanette Turner seen me while I was held captive. Now, the police officer, the woman, she says, when was this? In case like, dog, December, I guess. I didn't have a calendar or a clock. I don't know the exact day. And they're like, how do you know this? Greg and Sydney's daughter was there. Now, remember, this is a small community. Everybody knows each other. And Kate said, I have proof. And she pulls out the necklace, the You Go Girl necklace. And the cops are like, uh-oh, we might have something on our hands here. But I don't see how Jeanette would get in trouble for this. I mean, she didn't kidnap you. She's a minor. So, I mean, there's no way the police could do anything to her legally. Kate eventually runs out of energy and she got to stop running. And where does she stop at? In front of Martin's house. Now, she's sitting outside and he's finally getting back from the little party. And he sees her out there. He's like, hey, can I help you? And she's like, I don't know you. He says, oh, I'm Martin. And he reaches his hand out to shake her hand. And she's like, oh, well, I'm Kate. And this is where these two first meet each other. Now, Kate, she done been through all this trauma. We know she got her belly button pierced. And she looks at her mom, and we already knew Joy was going to have a fit about it. And Kate says, like the pastor said when I was rescued, the Lord only gives you as much as you can handle. Now, let's see how this comes back and bites her in the butt. The news is on, and in the background, Jeanette Turner, the girl accused of not reporting a missing person in small town Texas, is now suing Kate for defamation of character. Now, what were you saying, Kate? The Lord only gives you as much as you can handle? And her mom is in the back having a fit, pretty much saying, how can they sue us for this? We're moving on. And Rod's like, suing us? Don't worry about us. We need to make sure our daughter is good. So, you can't just make accusations and not have any real proof. That's what her mom tried to tell her earlier. Kate starts screaming, and then we get a flashback to when she's down in the basement trying to get out, banging on the door. Let me out, let me out. Oh man, episode 3 is going to be amazing. All right, there we go. Cruel Summer, episode 2. Let me know what y'all think below, man. Do y'all think Jeanette really seen her down there? I'm sticking with, I don't think she did. But let me know what y'all think, because Kate may be the right one. I'm not going to victim shame anybody. She may be the right one, but I'm sticking with Jeanette right now. Let me know what y'all think. Hey, thanks for watching. I'm Mo.J. If you like the content on the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. It's the easiest things you can do. Thanks for watching. Be back here next week for episode 3 of Cruel Summer. I'm out.
Jimmy on the beat, boy.